We think that we are strong, that it is strength to repress something, to not let yourself feel. Yet, we have forgotten that sensitivity is the ability to be with your senses. All of them. Some people shake, some people rock, some people tap their bodies, some people cry, some people laugh, some people smile, some people sit there on the mat and they dance. Everybody has their own unique expression. All of them are welcome. And that's the uniqueness about somatic, is it doesn't tell you what you should be feeling.
What I want to do is I want to understand a little bit more about somatic breathwork. Is there a way you could distill that down into maybe just give us an example right here of maybe how you're using it right now, or how you would use this if you wanted to give someone, if you had 30 seconds to show it off?
Well, that's the toughest thing about something like somatic breathwork, because it is experiential. And what's unique about it is that actually it's not us telling you what it is. It's you deciding it for itself. I met with the founders of Zumba once and they told me you need to really guide people. You need to tell them what emotion that you represent. The app Calm does a great job at telling you exactly how you'll feel after you use the app. They decide the emotion and then they tell you that that's the navigation point. If you want fun, if you want expression, if you want a party type of place, come to Zumba, come to our company. And I think companies very boldly move into a place where they have a mission and they want to tell you what that mission is. And it seems very penetrating. And they want to tell you what emotions you're going to feel. And that seems very uninviting. And so at Somatic Breathwork, we have an invitation statement. And essentially it's to allow anyone to feel what they feel fully. We're not going to tell you what to feel. Somatic means of the body. It is actually this thing that you've lived life through your entire life. It's carried all your experiences. You've moved and lived life through your body. And yet we leave very little time to let our body do what it needs to do. Because sometimes it feels really good to just cry. It feels good to be held. It feels good to connect with someone on a deeper level and to really see them for who they are. These are the things that really truly make us humans. And somatic breathwork is about honoring those things. It's about giving you a space and a place to feel what you wanted and needed to feel. But the world didn't let you. It didn't give you any space or time to feel it. There's work. Not going to happen there. Your house. It might not be a safe place depending on who you live with. Your local bar, your gym, all the boxes that you find yourself in life in, none of them honor the innate intelligence within your body and its own ability to move through hard things. Your body has a way of discharging things. It knows what to do. It's been doing it for thousands of years. You came from your mom. She came from her mom. She came from her mom. This thing is one of the greatest in technological inventions we've ever seen. We still don't know how it works. And yet it knows how to push off stress. If you're feeling a lot of negative pressure, words, stress, repression, depression, and you X that pressure, you push back on it, you express yourself, we are able to push off the weight by expressing ourselves. And those expressions can look like a multitude of different ways, and a multitude of different things. Some people shake, some people rock, some people tap their bodies, some people cry, some people laugh, some people smile, some people sit there on the mat and they dance. Everybody has their own unique expression. All of them are welcome. And that's the uniqueness about somatic, is it doesn't tell you what you should be feeling. It only reminds you that this is a place in case you want to feel, in case you're ready.
So I'll get a little bit vulnerable here. When it comes to traumatic situations, I would say that I'm the type of person to compress things and hold things in and try to be very, very strong. How does somatic, what would that do for me? In terms of maybe improving how I deal with hard situations.
Yeah. You would have your own unique experience, dynamically unique as you are. And whatever your body needed to let go of, it would come up. If something was coming up for you to feel, It would be only coming up because it's ready to move through you. We think that we are strong, that it is strength to repress something, to not let yourself feel. Yet, we have forgotten that sensitivity is the ability to be with your senses. All of them, all your senses. To have great sensory awareness is to be sensitive. Sensitive to enough to your surroundings. Back in the day, that's what kept us alive. Hunters would notice like little branches, the smallest nuance would be, a branch would be broken. The slightest little fluctuation in the birds, or maybe even they heard something from off in the distance. It's what kept them alive. Now we're so distracted. We don't fight for our survival, so we're distracted by a multitude of different things. And we've always got music playing. We've always got some type of stimulus. Very rarely do we actually pay enough attention to our own body's needs. For someone like you to go into that space and to breathe for an hour and to be with your breath for just an hour, a multitude of things are going to come up. Most likely you're going to see the story of your life play out in front of you. Emotions are going to present themselves. It could either be a physical release. It might be an emotional breakthrough. It could be a spiritual experience for you. No matter what comes up, it is authentic and unique to you. And it's for you. It's not a substance that entered your body that has an agenda for you, whether that be caffeine or ayahuasca or any of these things. Or even the food we eat is so chemically induced, it has its own agenda for you. This is your breath. Every message it has is for you and for you alone, because it came from you. Significant change really comes from the inside out. We think it's outside in, that our environment, our factors are going to mold us, but it's actually us, inside out.
Yeah, I think that brings me back to, as usual, I won't know where to attribute the quote, but something I remember very early on in my entrepreneurial, or rather self-improvement studies was, we do think about things like the outer world is what affects the inner world, but the reality is that the opposite is so true. The inner world actually impacts our outer world.
Yeah. And why wouldn't it be that way in business? Can we look at the things that we've been to and realize that there are adapted patterns that we overcame? And how can we bring those to the world? How can we present that as a gift? I think I just saw a clip from Rick Rubin, and he said, what if everything you did was an offering to God, especially your business? Would you judge it as such? Because all of it is an offering. Would we have the same type of worry if everything you did was actually to be exonerated, became a gift? We forget that a business can be a gift. Having a business is its own unique expression. Some of the most stressed out people have created incredible art, incredible music. They've created really successful businesses out of their own unique expression. And so that is really the question. What is your own unique expression? Somatic Breathwork helps you find a little bit of it. It helps you find it on the mat. And then the hope is then you can become familiar with it. Emotions are no longer a stranger. And so then when you're with it, it becomes more of an acquaintance. You build a relationship with it. And then the hope is that you can take that out into the world and your own unique expression shines through.